Okay, I just got to my practice spot and I'm about to head out, but I just really quickly wanted to talk about something that I was reflecting on this morning. And a topic, or I should say topics I really study and I like to study every day are the fruits of the Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, self-control, gentleness. I believe in the Holy Spirit. I do believe in God and I am spiritual that way, but I'm not like a strict religious girl, if you know what I mean. I'm more spiritual when it comes to my faith, which is what personally I like more because I feel it more deeply. And so today I studied self-control, and I was just really reflecting on how much of a gift self-control is. We tend to see self-control as a negative. We see it as like we're gonna have something get taken away from us. We can't do the thing we want. But I'm realizing, like, imagine a life if there was no discipline. Imagine a life if we had no self-control. Imagine a life if everything we thought we blurted out. Imagine a life where every food we wanted, we ate it. Imagine how much weight we would gain as a culture, how crappy we would feel because of all this extra excess. Imagine a life where there was no self-control. And to some people it might be like, oh, that sounds nice. But if we lived in a way where we had no self-control, we would crave being able to control ourselves. We would crave being able to discipline ourselves. We would crave health. We would crave wellness. Discipline and self-control gives us wellness. It gives us health. It gives us peace in our life. It allows us to have the things we want, and it gives us the ability to maintain it. It gives us the ability to have what we want. If someone wants to lose 100 pounds or 50 pounds, self-control is going to get them there. And self-control is not comfortable. And that's the thing, is that I also have reflected on how our culture, how we're raised, how we're growing up, is a culture that doesn't want to be uncomfortable. Emotionally, mentally, physically, we don't like to stretch ourselves and be uncomfortable. The person who wants to lose weight, they don't want to feel the discomfort of being hungry, so they just continue to eat. This can be applied to anything, any area of life, jobs, careers, success. When it comes down to being uncomfortable, we're creatures of comfort. We seek comfort. And so that's why many of us steer away from self-control and discipline, is because it doesn't feel good, but that's not the goal. It's not about feeling. It's an attitude. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of living. It's freedom. Truly, it's freedom. Discipline and self-control gives us confidence. It gives us self-esteem. Because when we don't do the thing that we wanted to do because we felt like doing it, and we actually understand, wow, I jumped over that hurdle. I didn't drink after work tonight. I didn't smoke weed with my friends. I didn't overeat tonight. Wow. You feel good. Or when you wake up in the morning and you get all your things done, you make your bed, you prepare your lunch, you food prep, you do all the things that are going to be healthy for you. And you walk out that door and you're like, wow, I did all that this morning. Dang, I feel good. You feel accomplished. Discipline and self-control allows us to feel accomplished. And the more we do it, the more easy it becomes. But also, when it becomes easy, there's always different levels. I like to say, whenever we get to one level and we're ready to jump to another level, there's a saying, and it's called new level, new devil. And that just basically means that anytime we're growing, there's going to be something that's going to be challenging. But overall, this message is about how much of a gift self-control and discipline are. Even though it doesn't feel like it, if we didn't have it, imagine if we didn't have self-control ever, what an awful life that would be. What a very uncomfortable life that would be. Discipline and self-control, we take it for granted. We don't actually understand that this is exactly what we need in our spirit. That's why it's part of the fruit of the Spirit. And so I'm equally as speaking to myself as I am to whoever's watching this. So let's remember that discipline and self-control is deeply healthy. It's deeply needed, and it's a gift. It's a gift from God. He gave it to us in our spirit. It's one of the fruits of the Spirit. We already have it within us. We just have to know it. We have to know that we have discipline and self-control to be able to do what we need to do. And when we are able to do what we need to do, especially if it's a righteous thing, especially if it's something that's going to better ourselves, better our life, we sacrifice the temporary comfort for permanent comfort, in the long run. What we do now and the sacrifices we make now pay off in the future, and that's because of discipline and self-control. So anyway, I'm gonna go practice now.